I should do
You should
this.
do that. Yeah. Do that thing there.
All right.
We do sometimes
From
at the start.
on occasion. Hello and welcome everybody to the Lobbycast, the official podcast of this guy right here. It's a lovely Frankenstein you've got there.
Thank you.
Awesome.
It's very pink or purple,
Yep.
whatever that is.
Yes, he is. This is episode 344. It is our first fall episode. It is September 26th.
Yes.
Are you so excited?
So
you seem to
excited.
be, because you have fall things in your house already.
This is true. Normally I do wait till October, but my brother and I really like to decorate for Halloween, and he was not going to be here in October. He was, however, here this September. So
Awesome. So
hence slightly early.
Happy
this year.
fall.
Happy fall, everyone.
Want it to always be summer.
I know.
Always.
Fall's fantastic, though. How can you not like fall?
Mostly because it sucks.
I beg to differ, sir. Fall is
It's like
fantastic.
cold weather and gloomy on occasion.
We're in Colorado. It's never that gloomy.
It's more gloomy than I would like it to be.
I see. Very sorry you don't like fall.
That's all right. Life can't be perfect, otherwise we wouldn't appreciate the things that we do have.
This is true.
All right, are we ready to get into news?
Indeed.
Okay. What news do you have? What fantastic and wonderful things?
Fantastic and wonderful things are happening this week. Well, yesterday,
Huh?
those of you that didn't know, 40th anniversary of the release of the movie The Rocky Horror Picture Show.
I was unaware.
I figured you were. That's why I brought it up.
All right.
Yeah, it's hard to believe that it's been out there that long and it's still going strong as a midnight movie release and
Sure.
play revivals and good stuff. At least for those of us that enjoy the weirdness that is the Rocky Horror Show or the Rocky Horror Picture Show, of which I happen to be one.
Okay, excellent.
There's that.
There's that.
According to several resources, Sigourney Weaver is going to appear in the new Ghostbusters. That's been confirmed. There were some rumors. It is now definitely a thing.
That's an awesome thing.
It is an awesome thing.
We like this Sigourney Weaver.
We do. We like it that she's going to be in the new Ghostbusters stuff happening. And for the Harry Potter nerds in the audience, J.K. Rowling has confirmed that there is a new Harry Potter play coming to the stage in London, and Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, and it is going to happen in 2 parts.
Of course it is.
Because of course it is. Because let's face it, this woman does not write in small spurts. She writes in huge, detailed gluts, which is great if you're a fan, but it doesn't lend itself to short, succinct storytelling in any medium. So 2 plays not coming to a theater near you, actually, or a bookstore.
Well, a theater, R-E, and not E-R.
Yes, exactly. Coming to a theater near you if you're in London at some point. So good for you guys in London.
Yay.
That's about all I have.
That's all you have?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, but there's so much.
There's a lot.
So much. Let's see. I'm trying to think. Should we go TV, movie, video games? Yeah, we'll go TV.
Okay, let's run with TV. I heard tell that there was an award show.
There was an award show. It is the Emmys.
Yes.
And we're not going to go over all of the awards because that's crazy talk. Not that they don't all deserve recognition for their
true
achievements, but
frankly, that's not our job, and
that is not our fault.
Brick and Blaine aren't here, so there's not a lot we can do for you.
Yeah, our award show correspondents are not here, so
they're in the field.
Yeah, although most assuredly they're probably talking about the Emmys still.
Yes, just not here.
Just not here, and not in detail. Well, we're not in detail. They will be in full detail. All right. Well, from what I'm seeing, Game of Thrones and Veep both did very well.
Yes.
So good for them. Outstanding drama, Game of Thrones. Outstanding comedy, Veep.
No big surprises on either of those.
No. Lead actress in drama, Viola Davis for How to Get Away with Murder.
Which I think was the big talking point this week, because she's the first Black actress to take Best Actress in a Drama at the Emmys. Yeah. First ever.
It always surprises me when I hear stuff like that. It's like, wow.
Yeah, or you think we're a little further than that, but apparently we weren't, and so that was the big news that came out of her winning that this week. So good for her.
Yeah, lead actress in a drama. Oh, I'm sorry. Lead actor in a drama. John Hamm for Mad Men, and then lead actress in a comedy. Julia Louis-Dreyfus for Veep, and then lead actor in a comedy. Jeffrey Tambor for Transparent. I have not seen How to Get Away with Murder or Veep or Transparent. I've seen Mad Men, but I haven't seen the last 2 seasons, which is presumably what he's been given the award for.
Yes.
It's supposed to be the last season, so whatever.
I also think it's kind of cool that Jeffrey Tambor again is taking awards for Transparent, because not only of the transgendered issues that show tackles, but it's a Netflix release.
Yeah,
that has been doing very well critically and with an audience. So that's exciting.
Well, I think another, because one of the supporting actors on Orange Is the New Black won Best Supporting in a Comedy also.
Yes, she did. Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, not that we're announcing other awards. Just saying, there was another award out there
that thing did happen for Orange Is the New Black.
Right.
So you know.
Truth. Also, there's going to be a Jack Ryan series coming to television. It is being shopped around as we speak, so there is no network at the moment.
Okay.
Or service, because now you have to count networks and services.
Yes.
Because Amazon is not a network. Neither is Netflix.
Netflix.
Yeah. Anyway, Hulu doesn't count because it's a service based on networks. They don't have. I don't think.
And at that point, you're just being silly and getting overly complicated.
Yeah, absolutely. For video game news this week, Sony and Taco Bell are giving away a gold PS4. I don't know why you would want that, but if you do,
they're giving it away.
They are giving away, but you probably have to eat a lot of Taco Bell, which is not going to go well for you.
No.
Not at all. Your insides will be on the outsides.
In a big hurry.
In a big hurry. And then in another bit of video game news, Microsoft is going to announce new hardware bundles each day next week. So starting Monday, probably, and going through Friday. I can't imagine that they're going in the off news cycle days. But probably Monday through Friday, they're going to announce brand new hardware bundles for the Xbox One.
Wow.
Fallout 4 has got to be one of those bundles.
You know it is. I mean, with the proximity to the release, it's definitely...
I'm going to have to lock up my wallet.
Yes, you are. As am I.
Yeah.
As are a lot of people.
So
Which won't work very well, but there it is.
So yesterday or the day before, I did go ahead and order a standard edition Fallout 4.
Nice.
From Amazon.
Okay.
Because my pre-ordered Pip-Boy, I think I'm gonna sell it on Craigslist.
You will probably make a chunk of change doing that.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
If you have the willpower to let it go, more power to you, because those people were wanting those pretty badly.
Well, and whenever I was watching the E3 presentation, I actually took my wallet out of my pocket and threw it at the TV.
Take my money.
Shut up.
Shut up and take my money. Trying to shove the card into the television.
but the my practical nature has reared its beautiful head, and so it's like there's no real reason to have that. And I was looking at it and I'm like, well, I will never put on that little wrist thing. Like, right. But that case is really nice. Because I need another box for something. I don't.
No.
I don't. So, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of it.
That's fine, because I think that I agree. It's one of those things where it sounds awesome and you really want to have it, and then you actually start thinking about it and think,
it's like, that's ridiculous. I'm going to use the app on my phone.
Yeah, I'm not going to use that.
Right, I'm not
going to wear a Pip-Boy.
And I don't have a lot of collectible type things in my house. So it's not like I'm going to display it somewhere. Like, that's dumb. Although I did frame my 11 by 24
yes, good for you,
Fallout picture.
That is brick.
It is nice. It looks great in a frame too.
I bet it's a beautiful piece of artwork of some Fallout 4 artwork. And
hey, guess what's not easy?
What's that? Finding an
11 by 24 frame.
I was about to say, where did you discover that?
There was one person on Amazon selling them.
Wow,
like $35.
That's not nearly what I thought you would wind up doing to get that done.
But it also didn't have glass in it. It was plexi.
Oh, okay. Well, still.
And it's like a composite frame. It's not real anything. It's not metal. It's not wood. It is
stuff.
Cardboard paste or whatever it is. It's terrible. But it looks nice.
But it looks good. And it's on the wall. You
probably not be able to brush against it without marring the surface, but it looks nice.
Glad to hear it.
Yeah, it's lovely. Yeah, such as
the trials of nerddom.
Yeah,
true.
Yeah, I fight it, but every now and then something gets through,
and there's no shame in that.
There's no shame in that. You have anything else before we move on to Weekly Whatchas?
No, I think those were the big things.
All right. Excellent. Well, Erin, what you listening to this week?
Let's see. I think, a lot of the usual there. There was some Shuffle All, some Fallout Boy, The Darkness, as Geoff can attest to when he walked into the house.
They are coming to town.
Oh, again? Are they coming to town again?
Yeah.
I need a new t-shirt.
Maybe next month, maybe October or November. They're coming to town.
Okay. I'll have to see when that's happening.
Yeah, look that up because
their last show when they came to town. Awesome. So cool.
Well, there you go.
I'm excited all over again. So perhaps I'll be listening to The Darkness live in the near future. Yay.
Yay.
I also discovered that in the past I've said for our What You Watchins that Will and I like Homicide Hunter with Lieutenant Kenda. He has a podcast. I found that. Yay, happiness.
And?
It's good. I mean, it's him. So it's just kind of him talking about how to, interview suspects and things like that. So it's interesting. And him imparting his crime-fighting wisdom, which is pretty sweet.
Awesome.
Yeah. So, how about you?
Listening to Shuffle all kinds of music this week, all kinds. So that's been good. And then listen to an episode of Hollywood Babylon, and that's Ralph Garman and Kevin Smith, and that was pretty good.
Nice.
And an episode of The Nerdist, and I'm currently listening, and I'm almost done with the episode, listening to an episode of Common Sense with Dan Carlin. And I didn't realize when, like early American history, when people were deciding who could get naturalized citizenship, it used to be free white people. That was the term.
Oh, yeah.
And they kept with that until they met the Irish. And then they were trying to figure out some way for the Irish not to be free white people.
Exactly.
Because
our
they were deemed
system...
incapable of social discourse and incapable of participating in our process of government and whatnot. Apparently. And then somebody in this shows like how both racist and I don't even know they really had a problem with the Irish because there's
big time.
It's like, how are we extending voting rights to the Irish but not the Negro? And I'm like, wow. Wow.
Yeah, I think it's easy to forget that
because this was a long time ago. This was not recent, and this is like early, whenever people still called people Negroes.
Yeah. I think it's easy to forget that our immigration system was long based on extreme racism,
right? Because
and not even trying to really cover it up.
No, because they're like, we get the romanticized version, and it's like, give us
you're tired, you're huddled masses.
Yeah. Like,
as long as you're straight white males that aren't Irish, and
as long as you're Anglo-Saxon,
as long as you're WASP.
Yeah, but Dan Carlin made this observation, was absolutely true. It's like, you take the span of the Americas, and the introduction of Western European is a blip. Like, white people are the unnatural citizens of this area.
It's true. Yeah. We are.
Yeah. And the Canadians, I mean, seriously.
So, yeah, it's one of those easy to overlook things, mostly because it's not talked about a lot.
Right. It's just, that's why I find history so interesting, is because you get this whitewashed version of history whenever you're going through, I'm mostly whitewashed whenever you're going through and taking history courses, whether at the high school or university level. It's a completely different thing than if you actually
delve into the subject matter and really look into what happened. I remember even as a younger kid thinking, what is going on here? And I was probably more acutely aware of this than some kids, not because of any particular properties I possessed, but my parents were both history teachers that were pretty blunt with my siblings and I about some stuff that happened and things like that. But I remember showing my parents my history textbook, I'm wanting to say in 8th grade, so junior high, and it was talking about how during World War II, many American citizens with Japanese roots were put in internment camps, I believe was the phrase that was and still is used.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a paragraph this big that mentioned it in an extremely whitewashed fashion.
Yeah.
And that was it. Then it didn't talk about it anymore. So I think that's a fairly common move in some textbooks.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Oh, anyway, if you like history, there are a lot of resources for you to get into. I'm a big fan of hardcore history, also with Dan Carlin. But those, you do not enter into those lightly, because each one of his projects, I guess, would be 5 to 6 4-hour episodes. So 20 to 24 hours on a given subject. And is
fantastic.
And I don't want to
dissuade.
Because it's great. It is just really awesome to listen to. So don't let the length of the podcast scare you off, because
it's good stuff.
You'll
learn something, I promise.
Absolutely. And I also there's another podcast that I subscribe to. I haven't listened to lately, but the 15-minute history, or history in 15 minutes, or something like that. Just different bits of history in short form, if you absolutely cannot give your full attention to something that takes that long to listen to. Okay, I think that is it for what you're listening to. Erin, what you watching?
Well, a few things. The usual, as I think we already covered. Lieutenant Kenda, Face Off, things of that nature. Let's see. Buffy started Angel, since I'm now in the 4th season of Buffy, which is where Angel starts dovetailing in there. So I'm working on those. Can I just say, for those of you that have seen Buffy, the Hush episode in season 4, creepy as hell. Holy crap. Seriously, Joss, I didn't need to sleep this week, I guess. I also watched a couple of documentaries. One called An Honest Liar, about a magician and a professional skeptic, I guess, the great Randy, and his career kind of debunking professional psychics and things of that nature, which has always been interesting, and also his personal life. And I was quite pleased to see that he was able, because of wonderful changes in our society in the last several years, he was finally able to come out of the closet at the age of 81 and marry his partner of decades. just recently. Yeah, I mean, can you imagine? And so I was very happy for him there. Let's see. I also watched a documentary about the late Rick Mayall called Lord of Misrule, which was very fun. And sad as I mentioned last week, we lost him a little over a year ago, unfortunately, at the age of 56. So that was, just a lot of people talking about his work, which is fun. And they did talk about, for those of you that may or may not be familiar with him, and if you're not, I suggest you to do yourself a favor. He was so often just doing crazy, like wild physical comedy and doing, pulling all these weird faces. And it was easy to forget that he was a little more flexible than that performance-wise. He was a good-looking guy. He could play romantic leads too. It's just he was so wild, it was easy to forget that. And I think it was fun that they pointed that out too. And I was also watched 2 different Craig Ferguson stand-up comedy shows, which Craig makes me happy, makes me laugh. So I think it was Does This Need to Be Said and I'm Here to Help were the 2 shows that I watched.
The new Doctor was in a band with him when they were kids.
Yeah, I've read that, which in and of itself would be fascinating to see these 2 Scottish dudes.
They like talking about how awful their band was.
Yeah.
The Dream Boys is the name of the band.
And he does talk about that in one of his shows about how he and he doesn't mention Peter Capaldi, but he says I was in the worst heavy metal band ever as a young man. At that point, you almost have to want to listen to it just to see how bad they were, It
must be terrible.
Truly. How about you? What you watching?
Let's see. Big Bang Theory is back.
Mm-hmm.
Let's watch that. Watched another episode of Fear the Walking Dead, and we're getting close to the end of the season on Ray Donovan. Mm-hmm. And then watched a new episode of South Park. It's episode 2 of the current season. Really funny.
Okay.
Because talking about immigration, like all these Canadians start moving into South Park, and people start freaking out and wanting to go back to Canada, and then finally gets down to it, and like why they've all moved from Canada is because their prime minister, and they put up a wall to keep Americans out, the Canadians do. Like, why don't you let us in? Got a lot of cool shit over here. We don't want you to have it. But then it turns out, Mr. Garrison gets across the wall, and it's their prime minister is obviously Donald Trump, and it's explained that like there's some guy running for office, and we thought it was funny, and so it just continued and continued and continued until there was no one else to vote for, and we found ourselves with the clown, basically, or whatever. Like,
yeah. So funny. Yeah, Trey. I know Trey Parker. Yeah, it's heading that way. Yeah. Trey Parker and Matt Stone really have said in interviews over and over again that they don't consider themselves satirists at all. And yet there's not a lot of people around that do it much better than them right now.
Yeah, that's for sure. I understand that some people love Donald Trump, but I can't for the life of me imagine him being a representative with other nations.
I can't either. I really can't. That's just kind of a crazy unpleasant thought.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
No politics.
Yeah. It's not what we're here for.
That is definitely not what we're here for. So some new shows that I started watching. Limitless.
Okay. How was that? Okay.
Yeah, it's a guy who's been, and this happens within the same world as the movie.
Okay.
So, what's that actor's name?
For the TV show or the movie?
From the movie.
Bradley Cooper?
Bradley Cooper is actually in this.
Oh, is he?
Playing, reprising his character, but you can tell he's going to be a character that doesn't appear on the screen.
Doesn't stick around yet.
But he he comes to facilitate this other kid's use of the Limitless pills.
Okay, yeah.
I forget what they're called.
Something.
Anyway, it's pretty cool. I mean, he was a wanted man in the first episode, and then the FBI figured out that he wasn't the killer.
Okay.
And so now
that was quick.
Now it looks like it's going to be like a show like what is it, Elementary and The Mentalist, where they have this keenly observant person as a helper to the FBI, or
Sherlock Holmes type person. Okay,
same kind of deal. That's how it's set up. I don't know if that's where it's actually going, but that's what they're telegraphing right now.
Okay.
Then also, I watched the first season premiere, which was actually episode 1 and 2 of Heroes Reborn, which is basically a sequel series to the original TV show. There are a lot of the same actors that they've carried over from the first one to the second one. Like anybody who wanted to come back, they brought back.
It looked like that. I never really had a lot of interest in the original show, but
it was fun at times.
That's what I've heard. I know a lot of people that did like it, and it looked like there were a lot of actors reprising their original roles, and because they've been running promos for that like crazy.
I've seen it everywhere. And I watch, like traditional television.
Yeah.
So everything I watch is time shifted. And also Scream Queens. Which reminds me a lot of American Horror Story Coven.
Interesting.
Except there are no witches. More like horror based.
Okay.
Still, it's that kind of thing. And actually, a couple of the actors from American Horror Story are in it.
Oh, okay.
And also, The Bastard Executioner.
I've heard of it.
A new show from Kurt Sutter, writer and creator of Sons of Anarchy. And for better or worse, you can tell that he is the writer and creator of this show.
Okay, so he's got a style.
Okay. Which is moving right along. You're like, oh man, this is really cool. There's a horrible piece of writing right there.
So
he's inconsistent.
Okay.
In his delivery.
Got it.
But overall, very good.
I was gonna say he can't be that bad because Sons of Anarchy was well loved and on the air for a long time.
It was, but I mean, even those of us who loved Sons of Anarchy could not say that it was consistently good.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, I'll just be moving right along. Anyway, terrible dialogue. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Anybody who wants to reference the season or series finale of Sons of Anarchy to understand why somebody might not like what he does, it's a good place.
Okay.
Good place to check out.
Got it.
It's pretty awful.
Yeah, that's kind of what I heard.
Yeah. But that's it for what I've been watching this week. Unfortunately, no movies. I really wanted to start watching movies again, but it's difficult for me to put 2 hours together.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, my life is a busy place.
Fair enough, and yeah, ours was too this week. So not. My husband has not had time to watch any movies, and I have technically, but I've been dedicating myself apparently to binge watching documentaries and Joss Whedon shows. So no movies here either.
Yeah. My life is such that I need to watch time shifted, commercial-free television, which makes a half hour of television into 21 minutes, and a full hour of television into
about 42 minutes.
40 to 43 minutes.
Yeah.
That's what I have time for.
There you go.
So that's nice.
It's a good time to be alive. You can actually do that.
Absolutely. That's it for what I've been watching. What you playing, Erin?
A lot of the same from last week. Fallout and Quiz Up. I was telling Geoff that I actually New Vegas. Still wrapping DLC stuff on New Vegas. I'm on the old.
Yeah,
very true. Which would be kind of sweet.
6 weeks,
Okay.
roughly.
By then I'll be done.
Yeah.
But in the future, if I decide to replay it, I can play it on the Xbox One. Right now, I'm working on the Old World Blues DLC, and you can tell the writers just had so much fun with that. It's lighter hearted than the rest of the game, and there's laugh out loud dialogue points. So it really is a fun place to be in that game right now. So
yeah, it's. I think they said that Fallout 4 is going to have more recorded dialogue than Skyrim.
Yes.
Fallout 3 and New Vegas all put together.
Yeah, which is crazy and pretty sweet.
Yeah.
And pretty excited.
I'm really excited to check it out.
Maybe that'll reduce the loops that you get of, hearing about arrows and knees constantly, or
it's been an adventure like you till I took an arrow in the knee.
No kidding. Seems to be going around this country. I don't know who these bastard bandits shooting people in the knees out there. It's probably a thing.
Apparently it's a thing. And I think I logged in to ESO, but yeah, nothing really. And I may have logged into Destiny, but I don't think I did this week. And played goldfishing at work.
Nice. These things happen. It's a midway. There you go.
Yeah, throwing ping pong balls into fish bowls.
Nice. Yeah. Did you win anything?
I always win.
Nice.
I'm particularly good at that one.
Nice.
I can usually.
That's one of those ones that.
That game.
See, that's cool because that's one of those ones that is difficult for some people, and if you have a skill for it, like my brother has a ridiculous skill for midway games like that, to the point where he would actually need to take garbage bags with him to go to places like Dave & Buster's because that's how many stuffies he would come home with. I'm pretty sure there was one of those little, had the posters that they put up for people that could tend to chronically pass bad checks at restaurants for businesses or something like that. I think that there might have been those for my brother at midway games because they lost money on him.
I don't hardly ever play. I play work, but I just leave the tickets there.
Yeah.
Be 500 to 700 tickets on the ground after me playing a few games.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, and I just
nice.
Whatever. I can't use them, so.
Good day.
And it's funny. I was like, and I'll go over to the giant crane thing, and I'm like, test out, make sure the arm's working. Oh, here, take the stuffed animal that I just won after ridiculous. No practice. Here.
As most of us, all those things are good for is teaching the people next to us new swear words because we can't get anything out of them.
Right. Okay, I think that is it. Nice. Do you have anything else?
That about wraps it up.
All right. Sweet.
Excellent. Good job.
Oh, I'm going to Austin for Halloween.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nice. I like Austin. That's a fun town.
Yeah, it'll be good. Going to see one of my friends from college.
Oh, that'll be cool. Yeah. You have Halloween festivities to attend to down there?
Yeah. I think we're gonna dress up as like Elizabethan or Gothic style vampire type things.
Nice.
But she's serious. She's having a costume made. So
wow.
I had better.
You better bring my your A game.
Because she is not screwing around. Yeah, she is serious. So
good for her.
Yeah. Yep.
Sweet. Sounds like fun.
All right. Yeah, that's it.
We will see you next week.
Okay, bye.